On Periscope Live, this is the Click It or Ticket Postgame Report coming to you live from Gore Arena in Bowies Creek, North Carolina. Campbell falls to Winthrop. And joining me now on the postgame report is Campbell head coach Kevin McGeehan. And, Coach, your thoughts on this game today. What did you see from your sideline?
We just kind of got beat. We kind of got beaten every facet today. I thought they played terrific. We weren't quite good enough. I didn't think we did a good enough job defensively. 48 points in the first half is way too many. We've had games where we haven't given up 48. They were attacking us, and we weren't good enough guarding them. I thought early on we weren't terrible guarding the three, but they were driving us like crazy, and a lot of fouls. We really had a hard time with them today.
Foul trouble was big, Coach. As you know, the Camels having trouble. Your bigs got in foul trouble early. That didn't help with your interior defense.
No, I mean the thing is that you're going to have enough trouble guarding. Burns is a really good player on the interior, but our first one was the first foul that we picked up was it was a mistake by a guard. The guard messed up the defensive coverage, and then it was Milos's foul. It's like that it was a box out. It was a box out, traded in box out, and then he ended up fouling. Well, that's his first foul. Already playing from behind. I felt like that was the whole game, like with all the bigs, just foul and foul, and Jesus has had like kind of one real practice, so he just couldn't handle. He played really well, definitely gave us something, but he just couldn't handle all the time on the court. His conditioning's not there right now. Between those guys, they both fouled out. Is that right?
Yep.
They both fouled out. We were kind of. I felt like we were playing uphill all game with that stuff.
Coach, going 0-2 to open up this season, but playing two teams that are going to be there battling for a title. What do you tell your guys to get them moving forward? Not the start you wanted, but this is early.
Yeah, it's a shame that these are two home games because, it would have been nice to have played one of these on the road. Obviously, we know they're two of the better teams, maybe the two best teams. Time will tell. We have to get better. We just have to get better. We had a really good non-league, and I think we've shown a lot of good things. And, if you looked at statistics and all that kind of stuff, there's a lot there that is positive, but we just have to improve. We just have to keep being in a growth mindset, getting better all the time, challenging each other. I think our guys like each other a lot, and I think sometimes that leads to a little bit of we get comfortable, Not that we're not challenging and we're not competing in practice, but there's a little bit of a comfort level, which is good and why we have togetherness on our team. But we also have to keep pushing the envelope and improving in order to be where we want to be at the end. It's a long season. 18 games is a lot of games. We have the ability to win every single game on our schedule. That's not likely, but there's not a team, including the one that just handed it to us, that we can't beat. But we need to improve.
Thank you so much, Coach. Campbell head coach Kevin McGeehan. We'll talk to you up in the hills of Asheville this next week.
Thanks.
That's Campbell head coach Kevin McGeehan. The Click It or Ticket halftime report, postgame report will roll on after this on Periscope Live. Welcome back to the Click It or Ticket post-game report. Winthrop over Campbell, 87-72. Jay Sunhalter steps in. As we take a look at these highlights, Jay, it was one of those nights, everything working for Winthrop. It would have been tough even if Campbell was playing their best game to bring down the Eagles.
And Winthrop came out on fire. The way they came out shooting the basketball, then they got Campbell in foul trouble. It was just tough to kind of climb that mountain back, and Campbell got it within single digits in the second half. It was just the foul trouble and the depth of Winthrop that took over.
Winthrop was great shooting the ball, and the highlights show that this is a Campbell team that did pretty well on the end, but early on it was the turnovers that really kind of turned the tide. Campbell committed 18 turnovers tonight, unusual for a team that usually commits just 12. That started Winthrop going and really got their offense firing early.
And the points off the turnovers, they cashed in, and Winthrop really got that lead, and then it was Campbell doing a nice job of attacking the glass. They did some really good things being aggressive, but it was the inside play of Winthrop that took over, getting the ball into Ferguson and Burns.
Campbell's defense good all year. Tonight, Winthrop took advantage. 59% from the floor was Winthrop. They were 8 of 16 from 3 and hit 17 free throws as well. Campbell offensively, once they held on to the ball, not bad, 51% from the floor. 5 of 15 from 3, 15 points for Whitfield, 14 points for Nelson, 13 for Henderson, and 10 for Knight. But just not enough tonight. Vaudrin with 12, Burns with 15, and Ferguson with 12. As we talk to Campbell head coach Kevin McGee, he makes a good point. These are two of the top teams in the league, and as we take a look at the stats, tonight wasn't their night, but we know, Jay, that this is a team, like he said, this is a Campbell team with the ability to beat anybody in this league.
They do. Campbell has a lot of depth, a lot of guys that can play at a high level and that can score. And tonight didn't go their way. And Thursday night, Gardner-Webb, these are two of the top teams in the conference. These are learning experiences. And how do you rebound from games like this? That's going to be the key, is what you learn and how you improve.
A look at the final stats here on the Click It Air Ticket halftime report. Too many turnovers for Campbell, and Winthrop, best three-point shooting team in the Big South, under their average with just 8, but they were selective. 59% of their shots went in. Campbell hits the road for 2. We will come to you on the Campbell Digital Network, audio coverage, also video coverage on ESPN Plus coming up on Wednesday. For Seth back in the trailer, Jay Sunhalter, I'm Chris Haymeyer saying so long. Winthrop wins here in Buies Creek against Campbell.